Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Shirley Ferguson. Are you tired of dealing with the same things in life? Are you tired of things not going the way that you thought they were going to go? Well, if so, I have a book that will touch the very core of your being and change your life totally. But before I do, I want you to comment, like, subscribe, and also turn on your notification bell. And we're going to get right to it. I wanted to share a book with you that have changed so many people's lives that I wanted you to experience the same thing. And this book is called Walking in Wholeness, Finding the True You. I know you might be thinking, what does that mean, finding the true you? A lot of us think that we are who we were told we are or what people have said we are, but that is not it. And in this book, you're going to learn who you really are and what you really can accomplish in life. You can get this book on the website, www.shirleyhferguson.com. And I also have it in the description down below. Let's get into this book. What I want to share with you is I'm going to touch bases on chapter 1. And I love chapter 1 so much because it's talking about identifying yourself. And when we think about identifying ourselves, like I said earlier, we always identify ourselves by what people have said to us or what they've called us. But really, when we get into identifying who we really are, we have to go back to the beginning to know who we are. And so I'm going to kind of read some things that really stands out that people have told me that they really loved about chapter 1. And so I'm going to kind of hit on a few things with you. One thing I do want to share is we all know that social media these days have taken people to the left. And a lot of people are living their lives according to what people like and what people don't like. And a lot of relationships have failed because we are following what people are doing online and we're trying to compare ourselves with what everybody else is doing. Our lives are different from one another. We cannot be the same as everybody else. And God did not create us to be identical. He created us all different, all separate, but for His glory. And so when you think about social media, there are people that will get on social media that will smile and take pictures of their relationships and try to pretend like everything is going good. And when you look at it, you want to compare yourself with them and want to be like them, not understanding that that is really not the true them. So when you look at social media, we have to get to a place where we're not focused on what other people are doing, but what we are doing and what makes us happy. We find ourselves trying to make ourselves happy with what other people are doing, and that is not it. So the goal of this book is to help you to live the life given to you the way God intended, so there will be no need to pretend or lie. We get on social media. Not everyone, but some get on social media and they lie about who they are. And we can't look at that because why? Because we don't live with that person. We really don't know what their life is. Only the person knows, of course, and God. And so the life that God gives us is to be an abundant life and for us to love and to have peace and to have joy. And a lot of times you don't find people really having true joy. People smile, doesn't mean they have joy. They can laugh, doesn't mean they have joy. They will go home and suffer depression and oppression because why? They are putting up a front. There is no need for us to put up a front. All of us have made mistakes. All of us have messed up. But all we have to do is get back on track. So I'm going to read some of this. Remember this, when God created us, He created greatness in mind. So think of that. God created us to be great. Why? Because He is great and we're His creation. So it's for us to be great in everything that we do. Not perfect, but great. But because of the enemy and his deceiving ways, he will make you feel like you are nothing and you will never be anything. That is not true. You can be whatever you want to be, when you want to be. It's just up to you in your heart and in your mind to determine, I'm going to go forward and I'm going to make this thing happen. We get stuck by us making failures or not making the mark. It doesn't matter if we make the mark. We have to get back up and make the mark again and make the mark again. I was told that Walt Disney failed 7 times. So he tried and tried and tried. And what happened? He failed, but he kept going. And so we are going to be determined, yes, you, me, we're going to be determined to keep pushing forward because we have to. We have to make a mark in this world. All of us that have family or children, we want to leave a legacy for our children. We just don't want anyone to say that we didn't make an impact. I am here to make an impact on your life. I'm here to make an impact on your family, your children, whatever I can do to make an impact. That's why I am here. And I thank God for that. So once the enemy gains access to your thinking, he entices you to compare yourself to the financial accomplishments other people have. You see people with these cars that they take pictures with, and you feel bad because you might drive a bucket. It doesn't matter. A car is a car, and a car will drive just like an expensive car or a bucket. It will still get you to the same destination. Relationships, the same thing. You make your relationship the way that you want it to be. You cannot go off of what somebody else's relationship is like because why? We are all different. Lifestyle. We want to be in a lifestyle of fame and being on top. Some people don't want to be famous or even on top. Some people just want to be comfortable, and that is okay. We all don't have to be at the top. Some people are okay with just living in a one bedroom. Some people are okay with living in their car because they want to travel. It's okay. We don't have to compare ourselves with other people because that will be our downfall to our failure. So it is unfortunate that so many people live their lives in constant comparison with other people they have no relationship with or not even know anything about the person in real life. That is crazy. We compare ourselves and want to live a life of a person that we don't even know. We compare ourselves. It is important to recognize that you never really know anyone because you have no way of knowing what is really going on in their mind. And that is so true. Regardless of what people say, you really don't know what they're thinking. You really don't know what's going on in their head. You really don't know what's going on in their heart. So we should never try to compare and even try to imagine or assume what a person is thinking. So greatness dwells on the inside of you, and you may not even be aware of it. There is so much potential in each person that God created. And we don't even know that we have the potential until we tap into it. And we have to learn how to tap into it. And once we tap into it, we will be able to flourish and we'll be able to be effective. There have been so many people that have died and that are in the grave. They say that the grave has so much wealth. Why do they say that? Because people that have died, they never reach their potential. So everybody's gift has been lost. Those that have died and not tapped into their potential. But as humans, we are forever searching and searching outside of ourselves for the thing that will make us feel great, when all the while greatness is in us and is on the inside of us, and it is us. And greatness is lying dormant within us already. So we have greatness in us that is lying dormant that we need to wake up. It's time for us to wake up and to really fulfill our destiny. Our destiny is just not about money. Our destiny really is to affect other people's lives, to change other people's lives, because there are a lot of people who are down and out, and they need somebody to speak life into them, and that is why we are all here. You will never, ever be a person that God created if you don't tap into your potential. So, you were never created to be a copycat of someone else, and if so, God would have created us all identical, one to another. That means we will all be robots, which, by the way, that's what they're trying to create now. But God didn't create that. And we are not to be robots to do what everybody else is doing. There is uniqueness in all of us. And being unique is being different than somebody else. I don't have to have my hair like somebody else to try. I want to be different. I've always been different since I was young. I never understood it. And a lot of times I didn't like it. But as I got older, I realized, oh, wait, I love being different. I love being different than the next person. Why? Because that makes me unique. And the truth is, we are all created in the likeness and image of God as revealed. And everybody knows that been to church, that's Genesis 1, 26 and 27. So when you think about us being created, why did God create us? He didn't create us to do nothing. He didn't create us with all the greatness that he put in us to just sit still and do anything. I know that fear will keep us from going forward. We have fear for what people might say. We have fear because we're afraid of rejection. We have fear because we feel like people might not like the things that we're doing. We have fear because people might not like the way that my hair is, or the way I look, or how I wear my makeup, or have lipstick on or no lipstick, or what kind of car. That all of that we're worried about, and we have a fear of that. And so what it does, fear will stop you in your tracks from you going forward. You have to step out of your fear, which is your comfort zone. We know that our comfort zone will keep us from going forward. And the enemy's job is to keep you from going forward because he doesn't want you to tap into the greatness that's on the inside of you. Yes, you, on the inside of you. You have greatness on the inside of you. And all you need to do is spark that thing. So once you spark it, it's like a fire. When you go to light a match and it just keeps sparking and sparking, as soon as you hit it right, the flame comes up. And that's what is important that will get you moving in your life. God said that he created us he wanted us to be created in his likeness and his image. So God is great. He created us to be great. So it's our time to be great. We're in a whole nother decade. Another decade. I mean, we came from the decade last year, but now here we are in 2020. Isn't it time for you to change the way that you think? Isn't it time for you to change the way that you are feeling? It's time for you to step out of your fear, your comfort zone, and get into a place of effectiveness and to tap into your potential. You have potential. Let's get to it. Let's use it. Let's make it make somebody else tap into their potential. So, without all of that, I'm just going to say you are a person that can actually change another person's life. As animals can change another animal or another person. God created us different. We're the only creation on this earth that can do these things. So why not use them? So I'm going to stop there because I just wanted to touch a little bit on this amazing book that you should go to the website and get at www.shirleyhferguson.com and get your book, and not just get your book, get your friend a book. Sow it to somebody else's life so they can change the way that they think. You need to walk in wholeness. It feels good to walk in wholeness and finding who you really are. And remember, getting free from people is the key to unlocking your full potential. Until next time, see you later.